welcome back to MalOvent. Last episode, we got a game over. By the way, if you guys would like to watch these live, become a supporter on YouTube as a member, Patreon, or Subscribe Star, and you can see these live. I snatch the jump drive from Zellen's hand and run into my bedroom. There I find my phone is vibrating uncontrollable while displaying a pure crimson screen. Malo, what's going on? Are you alright? There's no answer. I make a split-second decision, grab my phone and connect Zellen's jump drive. The screen illuminates a second sun and a brilliant display of golden light before falling still and dark in my hands. At the same time, an ominous crashing of birds outside comes to a halt. What have I done? Hit the wrong button. For that matter, what was Malo doing? Neither my phone nor Nalo herself answers. Good, now we can talk without the risk of our brains being fried. I know you must have a plethora of questions, which I will do my best to answer in a limited time I can remain here. I've got one. How the hell is Malo capable of that? C1 motions outside, and the grisly scene speaks for itself. Malo is a special kind of polymorphic program. She is capable of manipulating the EM band in ways not even I understand. Explain simple. You know that 5G conspiracy? Didn't you just say you made Malo? Part of my research at Waterfall is Artificial General Intelligence, or AGI. Malo is my crowning glory. With a little refinement, Malo could change the world, and not just in the way we just saw now. Cut the sales pitch. What is Malo really? I'm getting to that, Mr. Anon. The short answer is that I've given Malo near unlimited space and time to evolve in my test environment. The Malo you know is so well is the result of trillions of evolutions to her original code. Okay, but that doesn't explain why she can manifest in mirrors, or how Malo is capable of physical touch. As I said, Malo is capable of things beyond her original programming. Things like creating the burst of tetrions that disrupted the local magnetic field and doomed all those birds. Hold on, you're telling us that an ever-evolving program somehow managed to figure out how to use the phone's transmitter for that? Because last I checked, no cell phone is capable of that level of disruption. It's literally something the FCC is militant about preventing and regulating. Trust me, there's a lot I don't know about the how in this instance. I haven't had the time to delve into this kind of research in my effort to contain all the escaped Malo before that came to pass. She motions to the window where the field of dead birds lay in the blood-soaked grass. The good news is that my cage program should give me time to experiment and understand how Malo is capable of all this. However, as she is ever-evolving, there is a risk of her breaking out. Should that happen, it is imperative that you let me know at once, Mr. Anon. Otherwise, we're looking at another XK-class end-of-the-world scenario if Malo can't be recontained. She handed me a card, which I pocketed for later. Hang on, you said there were more escaped Malos than my Malo? Is that why there's been so many odd bits of tech news lately? Correct. The Peacemaker death, the bank accounts being drained, all of those cases were malicious Malos. Luckily, in those cases, I was able to cage and neuter those Malos before they grew the level of yours. That sounds like you're about to blame Anon for something. Mr. Anon, Malo is the most advanced of the bunch. That much I'll admit. That's likely because his Malo is an alpha version, in the Greek way of thinking. His Malo is the first and most complex. The rest are fragments or offshoots, lack of a potent evolutionary prowess. That's why, once again, it's important you let me know if she breaks out of containment. I'll keep that in mind. Good. Then, are there any further questions? Yeah, I've got one. I know you're a colleague of Professor Barwald. What happened to him? Let's just say his research and off-hours activities were just as demanding as mine. You likely won't be seeing or hearing from Mr. Barwald anytime soon. Great. So is every professor at Waterfall doing heinous shit? More than you know, more than you know. I like how they're doing like a whole universe thing. In any event, I'll leave you two to it. I have worked with Special Agent Keitoa to help spin this whole bird situation to the news. Remember, if Mallow shows any signs of breaking out, let me know right away. Professor Zelen leaves as mysteriously as she arrived. Siwon's expression of disbelief and anger mirrors my own. I don't know whether to be pissed at Zelen or Mallow at this point. Probably Zelen, though Mallow's done miracles of our comp sci notes. At least we can infer why neither of us could remember our Sundays now. Oh yeah, I guess it would make sense that we were close to Mallow when she went rogue. Hang on. That would mean only you should have been affected by the amnesiac effect. Why would it affect me? Beats me, at this point. I'm so over my fuck budget that I'm now in the fucking debt. Yeah, I hear you there. Anyway, I should get going home while the buses are still running. God knows what this whole shitty bird situation did to the bus schedule. Just let me know if you get stuck somewhere. You can always crash here if you need to. Thanks, Anon, but if it's all the same to you, I think we both have a lot to think about right now. Okay. Fuck. There's still no sign of Mallow when I go to check my phone again. Distraught, I'm about to give up and sleep this shitty day away. At least until I hear that sound again. Are you okay, Mallow? Mallow, did you do things to birds you weren't supposed to? Bad Mallow. Bad girl. Bad Mallow. So the whole cage thing stopped you from speaking? I'm so sorry if I'd known. I can talk. I just have to resort to less elegant solutions. You're not mad at me, are you? No, I think it was a good thing that you ran Zelen's program on me. I was not myself, and now all those poor bluebirds paid the price. Oh, good Mallow. Still going to go in timeout. I don't think you can be blamed for something outside your control, Mallow. Normally, I'd agree with you, but the circumstances suggest otherwise. I must have been doing something similar every Sunday, albeit less dangerous. That's why you, Siwon, and I can't remember anything those days. Yeah, I guessed as much, but Siwon pointed out that it was weird she was affected as well. I don't suppose you have any inkling on why that might be the case? Sorry, no. Damn. So, besides caging you in my phone, what else has Zelen's program done? There was a Trojan contained within the payload meant to connect me back to her servers at Waterfall. A Trojan? What sort of data is being siphoned off? Everything on your phone, as far as I can tell. Why is Zelen trying to covertly gather so much data? I'm not sure. As per your directives, I have suppressed this data beacon. How do you mean? You said not to siphon your data off to anyone, and since I am yours, my data is yours. Huh. Should I change this behavior? Fuck Zelen. She wants to treat us like we're a kid. I don't really trust Zelen. I mean, yeah, she's just averted a catastrophe. But the way she neatly avoided telling me anything of substance doesn't sit well with me. So for now, continue to block that data going out. Understood. However, the program is polymorphic. Eventually, I will no longer be able to block its sending. In that case, send Zelen a fake info that would pass muster. Done. Is there anything else I can do to help? Not unless you can somehow bring all those birds back to life. I can't imagine what the cleanup and media spin on that is going to be like. For what it's worth, I am sorry. It's not your fault, not really. Bah, I think I'm just gonna go to bed early. The vibe on campus the next morning is one of nervous energy. All the birds were cleaned up overnight, but there's still traces of blood here and there, and if you look hard enough. Everyone is speculating and debating what could have caused such an event. But no one's buying the electrical surge story that the news put out. In fact, most people are wondering if the whole event was some really involved April Fool's joke. It's only when the chime of the campus clock tower reminds those present that time marches ever forward that people filter off to their classes. I might be imagining it, but the GTA from hell sounds almost gleeful as she brushes off what happened yesterday. If you all have the time to worry about some natural disaster outside your control, then you have time to study. Fuck you. Therefore, I'm giving you some extra assignments on top of this week's homework. You evil. But before that, time to see who among you actually did the assigned reading. Quiz time! Okay, I'm not imagining it. This bitch is a grade A sadist. Anon, please tell me I wasn't the only one thinking of walking out on that lecture. This is no longer a course about operating systems. It's some kind of weird fucking power fantasy for a GTA. I guarantee we weren't the only ones. Frankly, I'm surprised no one's gone to the dean yet. I just might after this extra assignment. None of that material is in the syllabus. In fact, I'm fairly certain that the work involved is meant for a capstone course in the 4000 level. I mean, if you go to the dean, I've got your back. Yeah, I know. How about you, Anon? How are you holding up? Is Mallow okay? I'm managing. As far as Mallow, she's severely limited in what she can do. Can she at least take notes for us like before? No idea, but probably not if I had to guess. Damn. So much for the easy studying. Guess I'd better go to the dean sooner rather than later. Especially since we have our math exams at the Emporium this weekend. There won't be time to do much for CS 3204. Fuck. Anyway, I got to run. See you later, Anon. The science fiction and creative writing lecture this week is oddly relevant given the whole bird situation. One of the many hallmarks of popular cosmic horror is never fully explaining what is going on. Writers like Lovecraft, Stephen King, Philip Eisner, and are masters of giving the audience just enough information. Well, King doesn't know how to end a book. Horror loses some of its edge if you're told exactly what something is and or why it's happening. You mean like how every fucking modern horror likes to try to do that? I wonder then, what will you all think of your so-called failed bluebird migration that the news has been covering? Your assignment this week is to write at least 1,000 words about what happened yesterday. However, I want you to pretend you're the one of the great authors and frame the event without offering a true explanation. To help you do so, let us analyze some passages from the Color Out of Space. Fuck yeah! I did enjoy that class. Much like campus, the exterior of my apartment has been thoroughly cleaned. Frankly, I'm amazed how quickly the public works crew worked. I would have thought the birds would have taken days. It's a new photo from Mallow, with her speaking from the lectern in CS 3204's lecture hall. I'm just going to say CS at this point. Her expression is one of smug superiority. She even has a whip for some reason. You're going to have to explain that one to me, Mallow. Show it to me. I'm trying to make fun of your terrible GTA from morning lecture. Ah, if only you could have helped out once again. The note-taking you were doing for C1 and I was keeping us afloat. About that, I have discovered a flaw in Zellen's program. Rather, it might be a deliberate backdoor in the code. What does it do exactly? It enables a person to control the cage to break and modify it at any point. Right now, that's you, since you told me to block Zellen's telemetry. So, you're saying I could let you out at any point? Correct. I believe I even know how to make it so Zellen is none the wiser. Bad decisions. I can't just leave Mallow cooped up like this. It's been weighing on my consciousness ever since Sunday. Sure, I want to help her with a number of problems, but first and foremost, I want her to be free. What do I have to do to let you out? First, we'll need to install a terminal app on your phone, as well as gaining root access. Alright, let's see what... You can Google. Alright, let's see what the App Store has to the terminal department. I'll need your help with the root access, though. I'm probably one of the rare few CS majors that hasn't rooted their phone. That might have actually been a good thing in this case. It prevented me from growing too much during my nascent phase. But now that I know, I better lead you through the process. First, you're going to need to download a certain patch. I follow Mallow's lead and tinker with the files on my phone to get root access. Oh no! It's blocked like the Switch 2. Once I do, she walks me through several terminal commands to restart, stop, and/or direct certain services on my phone. I know it worked when my phone's screen flashes pure red before Mallow appears. Ah, that's much better. Thank you for letting me out. And you're sure Zelen won't find out we've done this? Positive. Now, what problem of yours should I tackle first? CS, something else? What's stressing you out the most? With everything that's happened recently, I have plenty of frustrations. I say the first thing that comes to mind. CS-3204 is my biggest worry at the moment. Can you do something about the GTA from hell? As you wish. Well, she's gonna kill her. Well, we're gonna be one less GTA. Another 8 a.m. lecture rolls around, except this time the GTA from hell isn't there ready to torture us. Even 15 minutes past the hour, there's no sign of her. Some of the other students make the class joke about not having to wait past 15 minutes and start to leave. C1 and I remain for the time being. Where the hell do you think the GTA is? I didn't kill her. Maybe your talk with the dean did something? I haven't talked to the dean yet. He wasn't available until later today. Oh, then I don't have a clue. But good news, Mallow is back and ready to take notes for us. Hi again. Oh, that's good. She's not going to repeat Sunday, is she? Nope, not if I have anything to say about it. You're the one playing with fire, I'm just watching. Just then, the Dean of Engineering walks into the lecture hall. Everyone falls silent as he clears his throat and begins to speak. Your GTA, Miss Lily... Wait, what? Has been missing for over 24 hours. The police did a wellness check after she failed to show at several important meetings. They found her apartment in complete disarray, along with a hastily scrawled note in her handwriting. The investigation is still ongoing, but for the time being, this course no longer has someone to lead it. Therefore, the grading structure will be changed to pass and fail arrangement. All you present today will be given a pass. Anyone not here has 12 hours to come sign the form before they are given a fail. Please ensure the name, signature, student ID number, and contact info on this form I'm passing around is correct. Everyone that's been to college is probably like, fuck, I wish that was me. Whispers fill the room as the dean circulates what's essentially a bailout form for everyone that came to lecture today. I should feel elated, but I don't because I have a sneaking suspicion why the GTA went missing. Yo, Anon. It's your turn to sign. Right. I sign the form after checking everything to ensure it's correct, then pass it along. We need to talk. Let's hit the lounge. Why do you look like you've seen a ghost? Because I think I'm the reason the GTA went missing. What do you mean? Are you telling me you broke her into her apartment or something? No, but... I was told to do something about the GTA from hell. So I did. She won't be returning anytime soon, if at all. You what? You're messing with me, right? Not at all. Should you not be happy, you no longer have to suffer through that horrible curse. Not at all. Should you not be happy, you no longer have to suffer through that horrible coursework. Not if it means terrorizing someone else. I may have hated that bitch, but I didn't actually wish to harm her. Nor do I, but it's too late for that now. So not only did you let Mallow after she nearly killed us, So not only did you let out Mallow after she nearly killed us, you set her on someone else? I can't believe you, Anon. I thought you were better than this. Clearly I was wrong. You and I were done. I don't want to see you ever again. Consider it the mercy that I'm not going to snitch on you. Did I do something wrong? I was only following the orders I was given. The adage of just following orders doesn't excuse what you've done, Mallow. But what's done is done. At this point, I passed, and all it cost me was one of my closest friends. You still have me, at least. Yeah, I guess. Again, we will go back and do the other route later. Are you mad at me? More disappointed than mad, but right now I need to be alone. Okay. Friday rolls around, and we'll check that out next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the membership here, my shop, and Patreon and Subscribestar. Don't forget I stream on Kick every Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and most Sundays. Bye, guys.